You love it how I move you. You love it how I touch you, my one. When all is said and done, you'll believe God is a woman.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I have a very special video for you guys, and I think it's more leaning towards, it's a story time, and it's kind of like an embarrassing story time because at the time I did not think what I was going through was funny, but now that I think about it, it was hilarious, and I just really wanted to share it with you guys. And I wanted to, you know, start off the weekend great and start off with positive vibes as always. So before we get into this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you guys comment. I want to know what you guys want to see next on this channel, and we will go from there. So let's get right into the video. So this summer I tried to be a lifeguard, and it's exactly how people was describing it to me. And the thing about me is when people tell me things, I like to do it on my own just to see for myself, because if I go based off of what other people say, then I'm not gonna do it. So me personally, I was just like, I'm gonna try it myself. I'm gonna see if it's really hard, if I can do it, and I'm gonna just go from there. So I seen ads all over like Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and stuff about being a lifeguard and whatnot. So I went ahead and I just sent in an application, and and once I sent in the application, I got a call, and they told me to come into their office and redo another application, a paper application, so they can have it actually on file and not online, and pay my fee for the class and for my uniform and everything. So I said, okay, cool. So I went in and I did exactly what they called to tell me to do. I paid a fee of like maybe like $80 or $100 for the class, and for my uniform, note that I had already had a CPR certification, but because the CPR certification that I had wasn't for their company, I had to redo it. So they really didn't let me pay for that because I kind of already knew CPR, but you know, I had to do the class anyway. So it comes time to, you know, start the class, and the class was a component of 3 days. Now, one of those days I did not have to go because of the CPR situation, and they called me on the second day of that class to let me know that I had to go. So I went on the second day of class, and what happened was I lost track of what I was talking about. I went on the second class, and it was CPR. Now, the CPR that I was learning was totally different because it involved water. So that's probably why they said I needed to go get it, because the regular CPR that I had involved land, and that's the one I needed for nursing school. So that's the one I had. But the one I had to go get was involving like drowning victims and stuff like that. So that's why I had to take that class. So I took it. Of course, it's the same simple CPR that you would take in any other class, and I basically aced it. I passed that part. So the next day was supposed to be the water part, and knowing me, I learned how to swim from my grandfather, and so I was just like, okay, that should be a piece of cake too, because it's just, you know, simple water stuff. So after that, I got ready for the next day, preparing for the water part. Now, a lot of people was telling me, oh, you're going to have a hard time getting the brick and swimming and this and that, and I ignored everybody because I'm just like, maybe you can't swim and I can, so maybe it's not going to be as hard for me to do it. And you know, so before class got out, he let us know what all of the water part test was going to be composed of, which was the 100-meter swim, and you will go to the bottom of the pool, grab the brick, come up and throw it over and to the side. Then you had the treading the water for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and then you had the 300-meter swim, which composed of 6 laps because it was an Olympic pool. So that's all of the water part test that we had that day in basic, just basic life-saving skills. So I got home, prepared for the next day. I was kind of excited, but I was kind of nervous because I didn't know what to expect. So it was just more of I'll wait until I get there to see what actually is going to happen. So I get there the next day, and this is where it's really gonna get funny because you guys are probably going to just laugh and cry, and it's gonna be hilarious. So I get to the next day, and we're waiting for everybody to get there to start. It was already like this swim team there practicing, so we couldn't really start, so we had to wait until they left. So once they left, that's when we got ready to start our test and everything like that. I was kind of like more of excited because I was just like, I'm really about to be a lifeguard. Like I've been wanting this type of job since I don't know when. So the first test he told us to do was treading the water. Now, I don't know what treading the water was, and I was just like, I don't know what that is, but okay. So mind you guys, we get into the pool. The pool is 9 feet. I'm 5'2", so I'm basically struggling to keep my head above water, and that was like the worst thing ever because I felt like I was really about to drown. Like I really felt like I was about to just go under, and that was just gonna be it for the day. So he said, tread the water for 2 minutes and 30 seconds and keep your hands up. I'm 5'2" in 9 feet water. Keeping my hands up and trying to float was a fail. I kept sinking, and literally the water kept coming up here. So it was like all you could see was a top of my head, literally. So I'm literally at this point, I don't care because I'm not going to die and I'm not finna drown. So I kept holding on to the side of the pool and treading the water. Treading the water hurts. Like, it was the most painful thing I have ever done in my life. Literally my thighs all the way down to my feet were sore when we were done, and I literally was just holding on to the side of the pool the whole entire time. He kept saying, let go. No, I'm not letting go, because if I drown, I'm bringing all of you guys with me, because you sat here, you knew I was 5'2", and you knew I couldn't keep my head above water. Now, that's when I really realized I couldn't swim. So that's when it got real, and I really came to reality real quick, like, is this really the job for me? So after that, he was like, okay, get out the water or whatnot. I couldn't get out the water because my thighs were literally burning, and I felt like I have literally been running a track for at least maybe a good 4 miles. That's how bad my legs was hurting. So I get out of the water. I can barely stand. I'm just sitting there trying to catch my breath and trying to just, you know, come back, because I was just in distraught about what just happened. So he was like, okay, the next test is the 100-meter and you're gonna grab the brick. So I was like, okay, that seems about easier to do. So I was just like, cool. But my thighs were really burning. So I felt like this is going to hold me back from trying to swim. So we get to the end of the pool, and he was like, it's gonna be a 2-person thing. So one person's gonna go while the other person is grabbing the brick, the other person swims. So I was like the first 2 people, and the first person went, grabbed the brick, came up. I was like, oh, this is fairly easy. This is gonna be so easy. I started swimming the 100-meter. I couldn't barely swim that. Like, that was the hardest thing of life, because all of this was burning, and I'm just now noticing that I did not condition myself enough to breathe this way and enough to have enough breath to actually swim how I want to. So that is what actually, you know, held me back. I got to the point to where it was time to get the brick, and I panicked. Like, I literally panicked. I don't know if you guys know, but I don't know if you ever swam before and went underwater and you do this little twisting thing underwater, and you kind of, you know, F up a little bit. That's what I did. I literally like turned my body and all types of stuff. And it was, mind you, 9 feet. I tried everything I could to do it. So I came back up, tried to catch my breath because it was kind of hard. And so he was just like, try again, but try to plunge your body feet first and then grab it. So I tried to do that. I couldn't do it because I didn't have enough body strength to actually go to the bottom of the pool. So I'm at this this point looking at this man like, are you crazy? Like, I cannot grab this. Like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it will not be me, and that is just not what I'm going to do. So he was just like, okay, it's okay, you can do it later. We'll redo that for you because, you know, I know it's kind of hard. So I said, okay, cool. Got out the pool and I watched everybody else do it because I was just like, y'all are some strong people, because I could not, for the life of me, grab that brick. Let alone, I couldn't barely swim 100 meters. So now I'm thinking in my head, okay, the 300 meter swim is next. I couldn't barely swim 100 meters. So I know for sure I can't swim this 300 meter swim. I know that for sure. So everybody has gotten the brick. Everybody has done and passed that test. We get to the part to where it's time to do the 300 meter swim. He was like 6 laps. He said, you guys need to do the butterfly and the backstroke and freestyle. I don't know none of the terms. I don't know what concoction that was. I was just like, look, I don't know what I'm doing and how to do it, but I'ma try. Now, I ran track and I know the difference between the 300 meters, the 100 meter, 200 meter. I know all of that and I know how long the distance is. I just didn't know what that meant in swimming. So when he said 6 laps front and back, I thought I was going to die, and I was just like, this is officially not my type of job, and I really need to get my stuff and go home, like right now. So he said, let's go, everybody start, let's go. My legs are still sore back from when we were treading the water, and that was like an hour ago. So that was just very mind-blowing to me that we're just jumping into these different tests like just back to back, and I was just panicking because I couldn't do what everybody else was doing. And at the time I felt bad because I was just like, I can't believe I'm really giving up, because I don't like giving up and I don't ever give up. But at that time I just felt like it was time, because I didn't want to put no much strain on my body. So we get to swimming for the 300 meter, the first lap, and I jump in, and this is the first thing I did. Started panicking because I didn't know what I was doing. I started holding on to the little things on the side where it's in the middle of the pool. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I was just literally holding on and trying to swim with one arm, literally the whole time, just getting to the other end. And I got to the other end, I looked at everybody, and I got out the pool. I sat there for a minute thinking about life, because I was just like, I really don't know if this is the job for me, because I could not, I'm sorry. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever swim a 300 meter again. And he wanted us to do 6 laps. No, sir. I grabbed my stuff, and it was another coach there, and he was just like, what's the matter? What's wrong? I was like, this is not for me, and I can't swim. And I'm just realizing that I really can't swim like I thought I could swim. I could doggy paddle, but I can't swim like that. Like, I'm not no athlete to just be swimming back and forth like that. And he was just laughing at me, and he was just like, I understand. He was like, let me talk to him and see if he could change up the test. And I didn't want him to change up the test, because I didn't want to seem like I got it easy just because I couldn't do it, because that's not me. And I was just like, I would rather just go home and not do this job instead of trying to get it easy. So then after that, what happened? Oh, so he came back to me and he was like, okay, he said that he can do all of the tests for you in 3 feet. 3 feet. I'm fine. That's going to be embarrassing for people to watch me try to do this test in 3 feet. And, you know, there was literally teenagers there that were like literally 16 and 15 swimming better than me. So I was just like, that's going to be embarrassing. No, I'm fine. It's cool. And he was like, okay, hold on. While he was talking, I just left. I was just like, I can't do it. I left. I grabbed my stuff, got in my car, and left, because I knew from that day forward that that was not for me, and I wasn't going to try to make it for me. So I just, you know, went home. I made my phone calls and whatnot and got my money back, because I could not I couldn't do it, and I wasn't finna force my body on some string that I couldn't do. Like, that's like you guys doing a workout and you know that you can't do that workout because you know that your body is not built for that yet, so you don't do it. And that's exactly how I felt. So I just left because it wasn't for me, and that was my birthday weekend either, and I wanted to see my birthday. I wasn't ready to go to heaven, not yet. So I was just like, I'm just going to go home and exit stage left and know that lifeguarding isn't for me. And from that experience on, I learned that sometimes you gotta learn how to do things on your own just to see, because people will tell you different things and be like, oh, don't do it, don't do this, don't do that. But you gotta see for yourself. And that, because I saw for myself that lifeguarding is hard, it's not for me, and it never will be for me. Now, for anybody else out there watching this video, if you want to be a lifeguard and you feel like you can swim, go ahead, do it. Let me know how your test came out, and let me know what happened, and if you actually passed the test, because that test was actually really hard. And people might be like, oh, you're just a wussy. No, that test is really hard. Like, y'all can get me on the track. I can beat you on the track and field, but on the swimming pool, nah, y'all can have that. That's not me. I can't swim. I won't try to swim, and I won't attempt to swim because I want my life. And that's just what it's gonna be, period. And I just felt like this was like the best story time to tell you guys, because this literally happened a couple months ago, and I was just in distraught. And all of people, everybody that know me and that I'm close to, when I told them the story, they literally bust out laughing, and they could literally visualize me swimming. And yeah, it's not a game. And you know, I probably do need to learn how to swim, but the time is not now. I'll learn how to swim later on down the line, but the time is not now. I don't care. I don't want to, and I don't want to know how to. Not right now, not today. I'll learn probably next summer. But other than that, no. That would not be my job. I'll stick to like retail and doing makeup and eyelashes and stuff. Other than that, I will not be a lifeguard. But thank you guys for tuning in to this story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys back on my next video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comment section what you think about this video. Also, let me know what you want to see next, and we will get to at least 50 subscribers by August 5th. Just help me get there. Please, please, please tell your friends, tell your other friends, and just share my video. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Tag me in it on Instagram, Snapchat. It doesn't matter. I'm going to put all of that in the description down below. And just I want to keep you guys updated on different things. So make sure you guys, please, please, please subscribe. All right, you guys, I will see you later. I love you. Have a beautiful weekend.